So the title of this video is Don't Talk to Me About Plants. So where does that come from? Well, every now and again I get emails or messages saying, do you need qualifications? How did you learn all about the different types of flowers and plants and stuff like that? And the simple answer is I picked stuff up along the way. I knew bits and pieces anyway beforehand when I've grown veg from the age of like about 15 and just picked stuff up along the way. But I'm going to tell you a little story now, and I think this will be fairly common. Now, if you can get qualifications, or if you can get maybe, I know, there's a few people who've maybe worked in like a nursery or a garden centre, and you just, you'll learn a hell of a lot from there. That's great. But I got called out to a job. Now, this is in the early days, so I'm nearly approaching year 5 of doing this, and I know enough now. You do tend to come across the same plants and flowers in people's gardens, and you do pick things up. And if you've got the mindset of, I don't know what that plant is, I'll Google it. So Google Lens, I use that quite a lot. And then you just kind of keep seeing the same stuff. But in the early days, I got called out to a garden, and it was a woman, and she had a lovely garden, packed full of flowers and shrubs and everything. And in the early days, when you're not too sure, you're not too confident, you don't want to really walk into a garden like that, or at least I didn't. So I walked in and saw everything, and I was like, oh God, I know what this is going to be like. So she starts kind of like pointing everything out and like saying a load of names that I didn't know. And it's just, you feel smaller and smaller and smaller, and you're like, oh God, please don't ask us anything. And she just, tried to have a big crack on with us about different types of flowers, and it's like, oh bloody hell, like even like naming some of the Latin names for them. And the worst thing was she assumed I knew everything, and I knew bits and pieces back then, but not, nowhere near. And so I kind of just like had a little chat with her and tried to like, yeah, I think I was probably, I was being vague, basically, to say the least. And it turned out, so I knew instantly that I didn't want the garden, because I didn't want to be put under that kind of pressure. Don't get us wrong, it would have been a really good garden to learn from, but at that moment in time it was too much, and I didn't want to do it. So I think I'm just trying to think what I did. So I didn't say anything to her there and then. I just said, look, I'll have a little think, I'll get back to you. I think I sent her a message and just kind of said, like, it's not the garden for me, like, good luck going forward, hope you find someone suitable, type thing. And that was that. Moral of the story is, don't, you can look at it two ways. So one, you can say don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't give yourself a headache or a hassle that you don't necessarily need. Be comfortable and just gradually kind of test yourself. That wasn't the garden for me. That was too full on. Loads of stuff I didn't know. I would have been like useless, really. You could argue, on the other hand, that I would have learned a hell of a lot, and yes, I definitely would, but I probably would have made mistakes. I probably would have dreaded going. You're running your business for you at the end of the day, and if there's one thing that I hate and have hated over the years, is dreading going to a garden. Yeah, so either take it on or don't, basically. But my point is, and this is what I tell people, is don't stretch yourself too much. Do what you're comfortable, especially in these early days. I do get quite a few emails on this, and that's basically my advice. So I thought I'd do this video, because I'm sure there'll be loads more people in the same positions as I was, and other people are. I hope you've enjoyed that. I'm sure you'll have similar stories. Get them in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.